Every child deserves a safe and nurturing home. But in our society today, we know that's not the case. And unfortunately, it's probably never going to be the case.
Another circumstance and situation and case that sticks with me is a 16-year-old young girl. On the outside, anybody looking at her, she excelled in the classroom, phenomenal student, no discipline issues in school. She excelled in extracurricular activities in the school. But what people didn't know is for years, she was being sexually abused by her biological father several times a week, until one day she had just had enough and she came forward. Dealing with that case, working with her through this, and just really seeing the evil underlines of what our society is capable of. Stick with me.
What we observe with all of our children, whether they are young, whether they're teenagers, whether they're in between, when they come to us, they are strictly victims of their circumstances. They come to us as a result of things that have been totally beyond their control. The mission of the Children's Attention Home is to provide a safe and nurturing home for abused and neglected children.
Everything mom and dad do for you at home, we do it for the children here. But we have to do it for 14 kids of each cottage.
A lot of times our kids come in and they have nothing.
Children come in that don't know how to bathe, that don't know how to make a bed, that don't know how to use utensils. Well, those are the things that we will focus on.
With the comprehensive care plan, you constantly have an assessment going on. From the day the child walks in the door, we're assessing their physical needs, their mental health needs, their educational needs.
Those skills that the home have provided for the children is setting them up for a better future. I really enjoy the fact that the kids have so many different alternatives or options to participate in sports, whether it's basketball camp, horseback riding, piano lessons, or what have you. It's so many other things these kids get to do and venture out to.
We've had to change our programming in recent years to include more life skill training, to include opportunities that are really going to expose them to what they need to know in order to be successful once they age out of the foster care system.
With the group work, we focus a lot on life skills. So what are the life skills that they need in order to be their best self?
Every one of them comes in different. Some of them are years behind, some are very close to their grade level. So we look at each one individually, see what their needs are, where they're at grade-wise, and then we start addressing at that point. I will provide academic support for them through a tutoring program that we have begun here. Anything that has to do with the schools, I will be there for them.
Since last year, the Department of Social Services has made a lot of changes, and they mainly involve our children ages 6 and under. Now are primarily being placed directly into individual foster homes, and at the same time our population of teenagers has increased. That has also opened up some beds for us that we didn't have available last year. We've identified a new and growing population in York County of homeless teens. And these are teens who basically have fallen through the cracks of the social service system. Currently, there are no homeless shelters for teens anywhere in York County. For us, this is a natural extension of what we already do. We're already providing life skill training for our teens. We're already connected to the community resources that they need. And for these homeless teens, it's exactly the same types of resources they need.
When we look at-risk youth, it's very key that people within the community can step forward and offer those different services.
We will have additional costs with this program because there will be no state reimbursement for these teens. And that's where we really need the community support in order to begin and sustain this program.
It's a wonderful feeling to know that even in small ways I am being a part of something that is making differences in children's lives. It's hard to hear their stories and see their tears and see their pain, but that's also the part that motivates me to keep coming back. These kids are coming from homes that are in our neighborhoods and at our schools, and so it's kind of opened my eyes to kids all around me.
I think the most important thing to teach them is that they are capable of great things in this world. They've never been encouraged in that direction, and when they're seeing that they can be successful at things, it just builds. And suddenly they want more of it.
We can give them the skills they need to break the cycle of abuse and neglect or homelessness, whatever it is they've come from. We always have a sense of urgency about the hope we can give our children. So from the time they walk through our doors, our goal is to give them hope, to inspire them, to open their eyes and help them see the possibilities for the future.